Okay, so I'm at a Holiday Motor Excursion in Arcadia. Basically, it's these guys that drive these pre-1932 cars all over like Pasadena, Arcadia, Altadena area. They do it once a year between Christmas and New Year's. So, of course, I've got my 77 Pacer wagon, so I'm not eligible to go on the tour, unfortunately. It's about 50 years too new. So we're going to walk around, see what's here, check out all the cool early brass era cars. Comes an Auburn boat tail roadster and a Model T coming the other way. See, I wanted to video this early auto car semi-truck with a Moto Guzzi sticker on it for some reason. It's a pretty impressive piece of machinery. It's been updated a little bit. You can see the seats are newer and it's got like a more modern Cummins diesel engine in it. But still kind of an interesting piece. You can see it still has the hookup for the semi-trailer. As well as a rack, looks like maybe for a oh, it's like a fender. So, really interesting piece here. And you can see where they meet for the Holiday Motor Excursion. They're just a stone's throw away from the old Vandekamp's coffee shop, which is now a Denny's. And they've put the windmill back. The windmill part fell off a few years ago. It's been restored and put back on there, and it's spinning right here on Huntington Drive and Santa Anita in Arcadia. In a video of kind of an interesting pair here, we got an old Cadillac from the 1930s. Seeing the beautiful flashy colors of the era. It's very Gatsby, if you know what I mean. This one says it's a 1925 Lincoln. Lots of people taking pictures of this one. Let's see if I can get some of the detail. Fun for the whole family. Here's one I've never heard of, and I suspect you've never heard of it too. This is a Kissel. That's what it is. And see, it's a kind of a neat little coupe. And according to the plate, it's a 1929 model. Probably one of the small manufacturers that didn't last too long back during the Great Depression. There's a old Studebaker. Of course, they started out as like a wagon company, making like wagons and wheelbarrows and things back in the 1800s. And of course, lasted until it was 1966, making automobiles. So it goes back to 1922.
I remember coming over to your house and working on it years ago with Chuck Sharp. Oh, yeah. East Coast? Okay.
All right, this one's a 1916 Oldsmobile. This one is actually for sale. Some of these cars are actually for sale, so if you're looking to buy a really early car, this might be a good place to go. This one's $38,500, and this one could be yours. And of course, Model A Fords are extremely popular, as are Model Ts on the Holiday Motor Excursion. Here's a lovely pair, and then even another one. Here's kind of a cool barn find, and it's for sale. It's a 1910 Buick. Have a look at this motor with the external valves. You have to oil using an oil can. All original mohair upholstery. Kind of like a very basic speedometer. Straight out of a barn. And it says, even Grandpa is in town. Very original and very cool. Hopefully whoever buys this leaves it just like that. Here comes a Model T Ford. He's even got his dog along with him. You can't talk about luxury cars unless you talk about a Rolls Royce. Check out the stainless hood. Of course, the Spirit of Ecstasy, the Rolls Royce hood ornament. Very, very opulent. It's got the actual trunk on the back. So it's a 1923 model. There's a Model T Ford Speedster open car with the small round windshield. And there's even motorcycles that participate. Here's a early Harley-Davidson. I don't know what this one. This one might be another Harley-Davidson. Or an Indian. No, this one's an Indian. This one's bobbed and whatnot. This one's a really early Franklin. This one's actually got a very, very primitive looking 4-cylinder engine. See, mounted sideways. The big flywheel.
I wasn't bringing it down. I got
And the brass on this one.
way cool. Okay, I thought maybe you wanted something. Hey there. Hey, how you doing? My son, this is my son Dick. He's up in Mariposa. Palm Springs. Oh, he's got old cars. Did you bring one to this?
I brought the 23 Studebaker transmission and motor.
Here's a car called the EMF because it's unbelievable. All you 90s kids will get that one. Not 1890s kids, 1990s kids. Check this out. Look at all that wood. So it's 1909. So almost 111 years old. Here's a 1929 Packard dual cowl Phaeton. Show you the inside. See, it's got the second windshield there. This one here is a Bentley. See how narrow this car is. This one looks to be very, very original. The leather on the side there is cracking. Even the back seat looks very, very original. All right, this car looks like it'd be more right at home at a Concours de Lemons than the Holiday Motor Excursion. This is a Fiat-based buggy of some kind. As you come in here, you can see it's Fiat steering wheel. So I'm guessing based on Fiat, and it's got Italian license plates on it.
You guys got matching cans?
Here's another Bentley. This one looks like it was restored. The other one looked like it was more original. This one's actually been restored. So it's got the petrol tank there on the back. Not good if you get in a rear-end collision. Trying to get some video of it. Here's kind of a wild one. This is a Locomobile, so I guess you have to be crazy to drive it. It's got the flags on the front. It's got all its gear ready to go camping. It's like a very original motor. It's got a boat on the back, on the top. As well as he's got some ice skates, a shotgun. It's like he pulled this thing straight out of a barn just the way it is. And it's even got the snow chains on the spare tire. And even a pump. There's a cool hot rod made out of a panel wagon. It's very, very patinaed. It's got a hopped up flathead in it, as you can see. Paul's Appliance Service. As well as some cool hot rods. The Holstein interior.
I got it.
I don't know, follow the instructions.
It's one of the cars from the Great Race. If you saw my Great Race start line video, it's in my video section somewhere if you look hard enough. This one got a little pukey. So this was one of the participants. It's another beautiful Lincoln
You're from California.
of the era. Unfortunately, a lot of these cars, a lot of the modern cars are parked very, very close to some of these antique automobiles. Okay, so this one isn't actually in the year range to go on the Holiday Motor Excursion, but I had to video it anyway because it's just an absolutely beautiful Buick Woody wagon from the early 1950s. This one is absolutely gorgeous. The wood was completely redone, of course. Another Woody, so I'm guessing some of the Woody Club guys are in attendance. Check out the beautiful hood ornament, the Flying V. There's another British car. This one's actually a Wolseley. Little British Roadster. Once again, not something you see very much of anymore, especially in these shores. There's a very original Ford Model T. Get it any color you want as long as it's black. Okay, this is actually, I believe, Jay Leno's car. I think that's what someone said. And so he's around here somewhere. I sold him a 61 Corvair Rampside pickup and did some motorcycles for him back in the day. So he'd probably remember me. He knew my father. But as you can imagine, there's a whole crowd. But we have a selfie stick, so. We're going to try to get some more video of Leno's car. This is a Mercedes Benz. You can see.
Smart man.
This is a 1913 Bugatti, so a very, 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 very valuable car.
Is it original? You had to make some.
With this.
We had to make this piece of the bottom.
As you can imagine, this is like a masterpiece, almost like a complete work of art. Just a gorgeous car.
1913.
Here's one that looks straight out of a barn. This is an old Stutz Sedan. Very, very nice patina. It's got recent California plates, so I'm guessing they just put this thing back on the road after many years. Is most likely what happened. It's got the blanket interior. Probably got the original upholstery under there. And of course the original motor. Kind of cool car. Look at the wood top. Of course, would have leather over that.
It's there at the house.
And there he tries to start the Bugatti. Even multi-million cars $1 million cars need a push start every once in a while. There's a Stanley steamer. As the cars continue to roll out for the Holiday Motor Excursion. Unfortunately, my car is way too new for this, so that's not going to happen. But we get to see some of the beautiful iron rolling out of here at the park in Arcadia.
Hold on. You got
Oh yeah, you'll feel it. That's going to about wrap things up here at the Holiday Motor Excursion for 2019. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on the video.